Welcome everyone to Misusing Company Resources, aka all the spare cluster parts, 1350X, 1550X, 3950X. Theoretically could throw in some VSC, HA and stuff procedures. But anyway, so obviously we want to release our amazing, increasingly amazing, and some say the best news distribution. We usually cross-compile it live on this channel, and what better to do than doing that here. So that is on the CPU 3950X here, right, and 1550X here, 1350X there in the rack, and whatever we need later. By the way, how many? So BOGO maps from 6,800 to 9,000 apparently. Anyway, not that would mean much, but so usually we have the helper. So I have some stray changes here. They are all more or less the famous last words, right? So at least still need to have some stuff to clean up. Maybe we should actually revert that. Installed Nautilus, whatever was with this stuff. Or should we? I don't quite remember what was. Maybe let's see what fails during the build. Nothing like some builds failing. So that was, I think, Spark. That was, this was just some tests. That is commented out anyway. Still have some GDB cross-compile refinement stuff to do. So mostly that's a nearly clean build. And alright, we obviously don't want to build everything with that now. That is the dangerous thing if you have some test changes. That's why I usually if you have some. I previously had T2 working copy, and now I have clean and cleaner and stuff, and then the clean also became working copy. So I have here some build all helper. Build it all and freaking ship it and test it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah. So I added HPPA risk 64-bit variant here recently. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Would that freaking make it 28 freaking architectures? Need to change the title. I underpromised. So do we have Spark in here? Alright, we added that back. I guess that mostly worked. Actually, we have here also, or should I leave that here for common's sake? IA64 actually mostly worked. Do we actually freaking build that? Okay, we can leave this comment. Our Itanium user has some small glitches, I think, that's still. And HPPA bash segfault, I need to check that. And theoretically I want to add, so soon we will have like share, like and subscribe, fasten your seatbelt, and stuff, Patreon and GoFundMe instant GitHub sponsorship. Soon we will have over freaking build variants, and certainly a YouTube build 1750X, 1550X, 1350X, and via CHA and other random stuff certainly helps. Freaking building that all cluster you asked, we deliver, and we have even, I mean, we easily could. The more you share, like and subscribe, the more I can full-time work on this stuff. We could soon have 40 freaking build variants, right? If we add all of VFRV H83000 C6X KVX LM32 METEC and the 32 tile and long arch actually, long arch 32. Yeah, so the sky's the limit. Obviously, the T2 Uber build system delivers. The one thing I really want to add really soon is GCC less like Clang Musel, but that has some fix libcxx based clusterfuck. Anyway, so that's all we want to build, and today I will cluster that manually. Should I also commit this random changes? So yeah, we have, I need to sync smartest. Alright, we need to revert some changes. So I think after, or should we? Okay, let's build smartest, let's feel lucky. Actually, we have one more thing, so not as parallel because we only have 16 real cores. It's quite some random changes, didn't build this in some week. Spark we has no LTO, smarter ISIS. Not sure what was up with that stuff. So then we have QEMU stuff, MIPS, ARC, HPPA. So yeah, some stuff doesn't have stack smash protector. Although, you know what, theoretically, wait a second, HPPA risk, we run 32-bit user space, so we actually have, we just don't have a system one, but we can, actually wait a second, QEMU we need to override to HPPA or QEMU HP to that. Yeah, the thing is, I wonder how much overtime I need to do this weekend, how much all-nighters I need to pull through this. So we built minimal desktop, what was it? Here, Spark, why do we have everything else? Alright, Spark, I want Xorg, so just checking here a little bit, and so we also want to build that, was it like that? Okay, here we already saw on the live streaming from the 7950X, we already built that here. Few electrons are spared. I fixed the bug. In the previous video, also more homebrew for Apple Silicon, Asahi Linux and stuff. I just, some minutes ago, added this pass. I actually thought it wouldn't only modify this for this command, but probably, and that is the thing, of course, Shell and PHP and other Perl, Python, Ruby scripting is at times tricky. I assumed that, like, if I set this variable only here, let's x equals 1 echo. So also I don't quite get what's going on with that stuff. Why does this not echo 2, but maybe it's not because it's exported. I'm not sure what's up with, or because it's built in. I don't get this quite. Sometimes I wonder, like, why does it behave like that? I would have thought it sets the variable for this, which should be 2. That's a little bit strange. Don't quite get that. That is really, doesn't make most sense. Anyway, even I sometimes don't. I would need to read the freaking manual and Google Meditate and whatnot, but who cares today? Actually, whatever. Yeah. So that was a bug. First thing I built that, found that. So I changed this to modifying path only within there. For that you name there, I think that. So what I changed is, instead of setting that before and basically removing our wrapper from the path, obviously all the build breaks. So yeah, testing, the more testing, even when I don't test. You think it's a trivial one-liner, even I tested it, like compiling Lua on macOS Homebrew with T2. But yeah, you don't test one line freaking enough, and obviously, but yes, it is. You could argue shell scripting sucks. I would argue, yeah, if you do this, someone wrote even on Twitter the other day, which also, by the way, I'm I'm moving over to Chaos Social, obviously, because not using that douchebag's freaking online harassment platform. But point is, someone on Twitter, a shitter, wrote, they rewrite some shell script in Rust and they are surprised how much more lines of code it is. Like, yes, no surprise here. I said this many times before. This is just so expression rich that for each, this is also why I rewrote the installer and initRD stuff in shell, because it's just like magnitude less lines of code. And for the most part, all of that is needed. So we're building alpha here because of course we do. Maybe we also want freaking btop. Yeah, one build is not enough to. Oops. So building that there, and so yeah, this should fix this bug. So fix uname wrapper path not alter path for all build environment fix uname wrapper. So yeah, nothing like fixing your own bug within minutes. So what do we have here? Sleep stuff, and okay, so what oops, where was it even? Was it here? So the point of, no, some of that looks strange. False and QEMU, where would that? So the point of this was waiting a little bit, because otherwise we saturate the virtual memory too much. Some of this looks strange, or is it even? Oh no, be right now. Actually, this. Wait, that did it not make sense? First backgrounding. Not sure what I've done there. I think like that it should make sense, shouldn't it? Was it how it was? Except some. What's going on now? Spaces. Okay, that's probably better. Why do I have a test and compiling? So, alright, this is a test run. So I will also further improve this test driver. So theoretically we should build a real cluster, obviously. That's what real humans do. And so build ISO, does it make sense here? ISO equals mkd ISO, whatever scripts create. I probably should commit that before I screw it up. I should put something on the to-do before I forget it, otherwise my famous wondering what I wanted to do, put on the to-do, which by the way is probably like patch bash default history duplicates. So really hate that. By default, this is kind of stuff like why is it not the default? Like if you have this like twice in the history, like why there is a default option for that. I wonder why that is not the default. Who would want duplicates in their history? I don't know. So what of course previously do of this live stream doesn't look the most impressive. Previously I had this split in 9 or so terminals. Maybe I should do that. So maybe we should script that. But that's just IT, right? It cannot even be always pretty and look amazing. I will just math commit this here to my internal tree. So we can what this also needs is a little bit more command line parsing. So create error goes here. So because currently I worked always commenting that out, that of course doesn't scale. I should next implement some command line parsing. So that's the test suite stuff. We also need to work on test suite, obviously, as professionals. What have I moved from? What? Build all sh to build all. Ah, this is tense. Does it not? Okay, then try to be clever, not clever enough. Where do we have a conflict? No, I can probably live with that. Welcome everyone. What's a beautiful font, color scheme? Reminds me of... Yeah, so that is Comic Code. Thanks for asking. It's a very common question here. Comic Code, that's a commercial font I licensed just for this professional YouTube channel. And otherwise it's Alacrity and Tmux. It might be the default Tmux and Alacrity, or unless or did I change that? Is it default green and I changed it to blue? Maybe. I usually don't change stuff too much, as you see. Yeah, status style blue. Maybe the default is green. Maybe this green was too green for me. I certainly take blue and red pills and stuff. So let's build it. So the next thing is, so we test build here alpha, which we obviously epic thread rip through that here. Do we even? All right, I wanted to do one more thing I wanted to do. To optimize math building that I have here this limit, CMake of CMake being CMake. What should I say? Alpha. It's basically a quick test build before I start math building all the other stuff. And also CMake, whatever I need to investigate that. I probably should build. That is this kind of stuff. 99% of the stuff will build, and then the last 1% I will hack up overnight. And do I even 0 frames? Amazing. So the next thing. So this my internal build all stuff needs more argument parsing. Let's maybe, so the one thing is so argument parsing, like maybe 4. And then there will be more stuff, but one thing I want to do is basically for now low-tech build. I mean, you can always cluster and schedule and everything better, but for today I want simply build the odd things on the 1550X and the even on the 1750X or whatever. So maybe there would be better way to implement it, but for today I can live with hex. So if actually theoretically we could, like, yeah, don't need to make it strange. I'm not a fan of auto-indenting stuff, to be honest. So more stuff later, and so basically also with a typo. And then we need to increment here some counter. We could, should we? Doesn't matter much. I hate auto-indenting stuff. Why do I have it on this? By the way, those CPUs, most of them before I a consumer product using them. So lots of them. I mean, there is ARM, RISC-V. ARM is of course used everywhere. RISC-V is the next big thing, right? Previous videos. Then I have some vintage stuff. Obviously PowerPC, although that is still the latest and greatest. Spark. I've nearly everything here in my vintage and retro collection in the office except Alpha and Titanium. The other ones are embedded ones, right? So they are in washing machine, refrigerators, car MCUs, and so on, and so on and so forth. And satellites, space rockets, and yeah, all this kind of stuff, right? Our Blackfin DSPs, like in telephone systems, voice over IP, and so on and so forth. And of course, with our Uber build system, we just cross-compile everything, right? It's just a matter of throwing CPU cycles on that and some elbow grease or finger grease of fixing everything here day and night. Cheers. So, welcome, Danny. So that probably should work. And then, so basically all of this stuff, what do we have in? Okay, that is generating all this environment. So like basically it's just one, like if we want to build out, and even later we could maybe make this regular expression or stuff. But for now, actually, you know, also let's not build target that. Let's just configure that for test and basically maybe even configure the sleep thing like with some command line argument parsing thing. So that probably should also, I probably cleaned all the builds, did I? Or no? What is clean not? Did we cause any regressions there somehow? Was it a failsafe? I don't even remember that I thought dash build cleans all builds. Maybe we broke something. So int build it freaking all tm. So yeah, 1, 2, I just wanted to test that. So then strays, right, strays. Yeah, some, I noticed that yesterday. So some stuff we need to patch, right? I mean, we will notice that when I don't need to put a to do for that, because obviously I will see that when I final build that in some hours. So it is 24, 25, 26, 27. So that should work. Let's see, I equals, let's see, 2, and then how does shell mess? I don't use shell mess stuff. So most often do they support either that. Okay, they support that. Do they support? Doesn't really matter much for this. Maybe this is doing something. Wait a second. This is doing. What is it doing? Oh, actually, we want that. Actually, that does something. Does it do the right thing? Apparently, it does. Nothing like micro-optimizing your shell script. So, then odd even here. How do we best code that? Actually, relatively cumbersome expression. Actually, you know, we could actually set them to 1, build odd and even, and set the other one to 0. Maybe that makes this easier to write the condition for that. So, and then because then it's on by default, and then we can if build even and should we also do that like that? So, and that do they, what was this testing in shell? Do they? Yeah, nothing like. Yeah, okay, this is a string also. So, and that equals 1 if even and that, or what is a precedence for? Should be better. And it's tricky shell scripting. If even that or that. Actually, we could use advanced things in shell, in bash, and if even and that or odd and that. Not re-indenting all this block there for changes for all of that. So let's see if that works. Maybe not. Conditional binary expected even. Actually, we can. Okay, they want that, so then 0 that and wait, does extended not? Wait a second, does it not? Interesting. Why did I even do that to start with? Doesn't really help us much. If even and that or that, if you want to write this more elegant, leave in the comments below. So odd. Have we? Oh no, I think it does run for. Oh, we didn't comment the ISO stuff out. Anyway, so Spark 28. What did we even? We run for even, right? So Alpha previously failed in Cairo, previous live stream, but maybe this was due to manual messing around there. Have we done there? Probably we're done there. So 28, 26, 27. 27 is Spark. configuration AVR 32. What removed? Wait, this run in parallel. So just a little bit hard to read with this backgrounded. Or did we background this? I have a big background this and this runs in parallel. Also, we don't want to build the ISO. Okay, we did run odd, so here it skips over the even ones. It looks probably good, except that we can't probably. So yeah, then we can start that manually scheduled here on 2 or 3. Of course, if you have a bigger cluster. So theoretically, how do we could cluster that for real? Theoretically, T2 had even support for that, but I think it's not worth it if we would do that for like a dozen servers. But like for 2, 3, 4, can manually schedule that. Maybe you could even, yeah, maybe we could later implement generic regular expression for matching arbitrary numbers there, or some like mounting storage area network and secure shelling to like secure shell run like this scaling thing, and then like every other like round robin scheduling this to all the other build servers. So alright, theoretically we want not commit all this, so just not to have too many changes. Theoretically ISO here, this create errorless we don't usually need there, like our build target, right? And so next I will add more command line parsing of only configure and then conditional, instead of constantly commenting that in and out. So then let's kind of do it. Should we do that already? We could see we could wait shortly if Cairo fails again. And I have one more change here also. This here, so we want a new option that is affecting my massive, embarrassingly parallel cluster builds here, which is I'm memory limited, right? What do we even have in there? The 1350X has 32 gigs of old spare memory. The 1550X has the 96 gig version of pretty mixed modules. And my latest overkill build with the 1750X has only 64 gigs of memory, because I want fast-ish memory. Previous videos, more main channel. So I have only 64 gigs in there because I currently can't get modules, like single modules for one single module per channel for greatest clocks, lowest latency and stuff. So what I do for that, I will compensate with a new option of not building stuff in TempFS, like only like save, like performance, and saving some write cycles of my precious NVMe flash for building most packages in TempFS, except when they are large. We had this option here, so we want to implement this. Actually, we can, you know what, we can already build, like, let's probably start the build here. You want to see something, right? So by the way, so this is, I also need to change the host names on that. The last year's live on YouTube only got AMD Ryzens. I know I only run Ryzen anymore. So why is, right, this is probably from our test stuff right now, or is it? Why is this? I think there must still be some kind of bug or new bug. I'm not really sure what's... Why does it not... Why does it say that? But this is not mounted. Why? What does it? This is bizarre. I need to debug that. Why does it not rmdir rmdir? Or maybe the directory is not empty. Maybe that is the issue. Because we run. Okay. I mean, it's. I need to watch that a bit. It's a failsafe of not to wipe the whole sources because they get loopback mounted. At least then I know what it is. Not a super major, but just a minor thing we eventually need to resolve. Okay, that were the builds. And then I guess let's go. And so there is a sleep in between. So the point of that is I want to mostly fully load that, but I can't overload it due to the use of tempfs mostly. And the more, even if I, without tempfs, if I would have had like a terabyte of memory or stuff, still if we have processes fighting for CPU cycles, it's also less cache efficient and stuff. So yeah. But we will also make the sleep time configurable, so like here. Okay, that is building. Actually, you know what? I forgot one small thing. Can we still control through that? I probably need to make this. Maybe because we want to build this with an official build ID of 2210, and then let's go. Probably should rebuild that, should it? 2210, yeah, probably should be fine. So let's do the same here, although we still have... Okay, let's do that in a second, hope we don't forget this. Let's maybe quickly make another option, make the sleep time configurable. So let's call that sleep... Should that have a default? Like if we... Okay, let's... So 5 minutes is kind of sort of epic thread ripping build time for every playing and stuff. So it's just so that all the builds are shifted a little bit, and otherwise all the massive parallel Clang LVM Mesa Linux can happen at one time. So if they are like a little bit time shifted, then this huge tempfs, although yeah, we don't need it that much if we build without tempfs partially, but yeah, we can see how that affects that. So sleep. And let's default that to that, 5 minutes, and like specify that with sleep equals 2. We don't further check that. Alright, that. Oh wait, can we? Darn, I have the feeling this doesn't work like that. Does for allow shifting through that? Oh, maybe it doesn't. Shit. Or Let's maybe quickly debug that. Hold on, we need unmatched that. Actually, you know what, let's also, because we want to debug that, exit there. So we want sleep whatever. Yeah, as expected, it doesn't. Yeah, that is a little bit. Would be cool if that would be supported, but apparently not. We need to rewrite that. So yeah, builds are taking off there. Why we still prove our okay Cairo. So Cairo was not a one-time thing. That is of course super annoying. I had hoped I had messed something up. So yeah, why has alpha not some suitable mutex? We probably need to debug that. We probably, why does it? Yeah, we need to look into that. I thought, did we recently update that? Because it was, I thought it was building. It wasn't even recently updated. Is there not a freaking new version? Always become suspicious if major, or is it not a major component anymore? I thought once upon a time it was. Okay, that's a good start. Maybe they moved aside, but there is something. Is it stable? Oh wait, this was already 2019. Snapshot, it is snapshot. At least they write that. Is it stable? Is it not stable? I mean, they write release there, but there is snapshot, so maybe it's snapshot. Unclear. Leave in the comments below. So yeah, this alpha stuff we will debug later. Well, that's maybe the staged build there, 5 minutes in between, and here we wanted to, in the middle of, yeah, rewriting that sucks, of course. How did we usually, some while loop? While one cases stuff, probably could be so nice, but that's why we can't have nice things. While one do, one even odd two unmatched one and always shift. Here's some extra shift, it probably should be fine. Odd. Sleep. Although theoretically we could at least sanity check that, but sleep 2 even. So the next feature implemented, so sleep here and sleep there. Probably should work like that. Yeah. So then I wanted this tempfs option. So a new option, nothing like last minute adding a new option here. Tempfs, then what kind of options do we even have? Probably text. Do we have, need to check though. Where did we define that config function? Bool, do we have number? Bool action, file action, block begin, start, proc, begin. Maybe we don't have a number. Do we have number? What else do we have there? Choice. Comment const. Set data choice. Text action, bool action, edit file. Probably not. So probably like text tempfs. By the way, how do they? That's a typo. Oh no, not typo. Linux kernel tempfs. How do they style that? Do they? They don't style that all caps though. Not that it would matter too much. Actually, they don't even capitalize that. Should we? Does that look better? Does that look better? Leave in the comments below. Source size. And should we default to 0 or? Yeah, maybe we default to 0 so that people who ask for tempfs get tempfs. Build the tempf mount. Once we had it all caps and they're not, but so max package max compressed package source size to use tempfs. So that would be in megabyte. Oh wait, we have an option name. I'm not sure why this is indented so much. Oh wait, is it? Ah, this is also wrong. SDE config. Yeah, simply call max or max size. 0. To use tempfs. So then we have a new config option. The only thing is, maybe I should. The problem is, okay, we already need to set config source tempfs keep on arrow, so I guess we can set that too. And that is in build package. Something failed already. Or did I not commit it already? Oh wait, don't tell me I didn't. I didn't commit this. Nothing like starting your embarrassingly parallel build with a typo. Let's maybe not. Actually, did I commit this already? So then, let's do it again without typo. Build, oh no. Let's only sleep like 45 seconds or so. To get faster results for this live stream. Danny likes tempf the most. Happy you like that most. So here I had this prepared already, like size somewhere tempf. Here, so check download size for tempf. So that is X here of tunable. So I had this as proof of concept. So if how do we do that? Maybe only do that if that is enabled. So that would be if that is a thing. Do we need to further sanity check that? So config source temp size. So if we have that and X is greater than this maximum size allowance, maybe that may not have quotes. So it currently needs to be a single megabyte version. Maybe we should document that. Like compressed source. Size megabyte. Does that make sense? So tempf here, use tempf max compression package source size in megabytes. It would be like 66 or whatever. And I had that previously tested. Should we? Probably test that, shouldn't we? Recurring theme here, what we didn't test is broken, so where did I put it here? So favorite test, building something quick like Lua. So that is 1 and 1 greater 66. Yeah, let's test all combinations. So that should be disabled. So yeah, that doesn't even check that. And then let's 1 and actually that should already disable Lua. 1 megabyte. So that here that disables it. So yeah, freaking works. Freaking works here. Yeah, let's see what bugs that causes. I had that tested already a little bit, so maybe that is bug free, but time will show. What is this diff, by the way? Oh, that was some 702 trunk changes or something of that sort. So new temperface option and without the also all build doing. So finally we're probably, yeah, that is a staged 45 seconds thing I was talking about. So check download size for dynamic temp. I mean, it basically documents itself from the config option, doesn't it? Dynamic temp fs max package download size. Something of that sort, I guess. And so for our build, that would mean how large was GCC? So Linux is of course huge, 133 megabyte, probably even larger than most of that stuff. 74, but what was like 12, 87. So yeah, that means all of this we don't build in temperface, but you get what you ask for, right? So usually I had the most deadlocks in like previously overcommitting temperface memory, previous videos. And I thought it's like overclocking stability, right? It took me some days or weeks to figure out it's bloody Linux kernel overcommitting its freaking memory or temperface. Thanks for that, mates. Download LVM. What's the latest version there? 415. Yeah, so 50 megabyte. So if we wouldn't want to use that for most of this stuff, I mean, Clang is 18. Did Clang usually? What did I had even there for? I mean, I think I had something like 30 there, right? What was LVM? Yeah, 52. So then, so we want to delete or we want, in my default build, I guess we can disable that. And then let's have our math builds with this. And yeah, let's see how that goes. I mean, we could, let's feel lucky. And I mean, I would need something different depending on, but yeah. What was Clang? LVM was 52. What? Alright, it's GUM. Yeah, 51. Let's use 50 for now. So then, what do we build here? Here we build the even ones. Oops, build. Ah, come on. All I wanted was selected. So then, let's go, I guess. Are we feeling lucky? Actually, I have also quite some. Oh, we have not committed some stuff here. You know what? Let's hold the process. So it was a nice test. We still have some stuff to commit. I forgot about. Oops. So we have that. What did I want? Okay, we wanted that here. Also, we want to clean all those freaking builds. Or do we? I guess we want. And we could test one last thing. Which was, I think, XFS might not have worked. Let's quickly freaking do an installer. Let's see if JFS works. Actually, it does work. Maybe I had. Oh wait, was it better FS? Wait a second. Oh no, JFS. Oh no, this was buggy. Okay. Ah wait, this was the wrong one. Ugh. Did I say XFS and then I created JFS? Yeah, so that did not work. JFS, what do I even freaking do here? So yeah, in EH, I thought I had. Do I have here on this horizon uncommitted changes? No. So nothing like having an overcrowded to-do list with gazillion entries. Always something to do. Install. I thought I once had done that, but simply maybe not. Let's just add that here somewhere. But yeah, it is silly. Did I? Any age? Yeah, it is ridiculous. Just for the bloody XFS. Alright, it's actually quite some extra changes. You know what? Let's revert that. Should we? Yeah, right. This is also somewhat. Do we really need this wanted stuff? We don't usually even build run it. Not really sure why we have that in there. But whatever. Maybe that you have some shutdown. I think I delete that because I usually have not just. I'm not sure if that is correct. Do we have tabs here or because it's one? Yeah. Why do we have tabs here and nowhere else? At least not mostly. Maybe I should have a tab highlighting thing. Anyway, yeah, let's here somewhere in the edge. That needs testing though. Okay, that needs testing. And So the good thing is we can start the build here. So let's do odd here with a sleep of 60 seconds. Wait a second, did I even clean all the build? Apparently I cleaned all the build. All right, and also nearly forgot proper release version. So let's let the big build even begin further. Oh, thanks for the 30 comments there. Thanks for asking. We're doing fine. How are you doing? See some people tuning in, which is as usual amazing. And also need to go home really soon. Did I commit? Did we commit that? So here, commit that to build all with temp size limit, yeah, default whatever. So yeah, build starting there. Also now I pressed something. I hate when I press something. And so changes, right? I have quite some changes. Yeah, you obviously can only build in a cluster if you committed all your working copy changes. No surprise there. Also, I have here some stray directory from previous committing. So yeah, I guess time to clean that up too, but I probably do that from the couch at home. So that means we can sleep that one here. And to preserve some electrons. So also there's some patch that is so that I have fully done. So I guess we can delete that. That is should be fully in there. We still need to factor that out. Theoretically, we could gradually revert here some stuff. Maybe I do that from the comfort at home or stuff. Build increases. Okay, the problem is if I gradually revert here some stuff, then we build for some seconds without. So this we can commit that is a new install. Yeah, amazing cleanups and as I said, nothing like 3 years live on YouTube. Certainly for making for some really much better Linux distribution. Danny wants to use 15, not that much memory here. But also these are megabytes, right? The only thing is this may sound low, but this is embarrassingly compressed with set standard, right? So 50 megabyte probably extract to easily hundreds of 300 or whatever. So this is why this is compressed size, because obviously for performance reasons, we don't want to uncompress the stuff, and it doesn't matter that much because uncompressed size, of course, usually as the compressed and uncompressed size usually are in quite some relation, unless there are tons of binary files in there, which in the end it doesn't matter the most. It's just some fuzzy stuff of that is too big for wasting memory. So yeah, also need to go feed the family and stuff, hang out with kid more. I can simply let that run. Most of this stuff should be... Okay, we can commit that here already too. That is efivars, okay, init rd. Was it efivar fs? Yeah, it's like, yeah. It's silly. But it's what it is. It's a PC. So yeah, I hear the build right. I hear the fence go brr. Although I have to say, you have not seen the build video yet. I have this not a fractal torrent compact case. The built-in fence not as efficient. Maybe also, yeah, what is it? Whatever, 16, 18 centimeters. But yeah, maybe I still need to optimize there some stuff. Yeah. Because it's also getting a little bit warmer with it. Yeah, still, yeah. Maybe I should use the NZXT fence, the triple fan configuration after all. What's this? Yeah. But anyway, details. Yeah, nothing like a Horizon warming up with some embarrassingly parallel builds. There's still some stuff there. What was that? Memtest. Previous video. Alright, this was probably not yet tested. That was just... so I commit this when this InEH stuff works. Also here, in this winter, if you don't have heating with electricity, just build T2. That will keep you warm. Especially if you do it on a Sun Ultra Spark or Hewlett Packard Precision Architecture, previous videos. So, more stuff. For stone, for what is that? That's probably a one-liner. We probably can do that. That is... I mean, it's not really tested, but I mean, it's tested not to break something. It probably should be fine. Was it written like that? Iffy boot manager. Nothing like flushing on your working copies. Yeah, next I need some better real cluster and storage area network stuff, because it obviously doesn't scale that I have like 20 working copies on each UltraSpark and HPPR risks and stuff, so probably should mount my working T2 home and working copy areas to not constantly have to sync dozens of working copies. You know what, let's commit this already together. There might be more, but I can commit that later. There might be all of it, but we will find. Or should I wait for some? Oh, you know what? Let's wait. It's not that important. No, I have the fence. I don't have spare Noctua fence. Also, I don't like the Noctua colors, and I know that triggers people. I like than my stuff, rather black, professional black. Did I not say NZXT fans? Although no, whoever is a manufacturer, but yeah, probably also it's not ideal, this 18 or 16 or whatever centimeter fence, obviously wider than the NZXT AIO radiator, so that obviously the pressure is probably like blowing the side of the radiator. So yeah, ChromaMax. I have the ChromaMax black thing, but I meant the NZXT AIO thing. That is whatever. Recommend your channel, YouTube. That is amazing. Terminal font is still comic code. Happy you enjoy that. That is Alacrity and Tmax, and of course, this amazing T2. Just freaking mostly raw. Linux distribution. What is with OBS there? I'm happy that YouTube recommended that. Alright, so that is... Do we even need that? You know what, I think I... And also, yeah, this is why I often have uncommitted working copy changes of do we really need that? I probably should double check if we really need that. It's like, yeah, load is loading, and tonight we will have some more results. What else do we have here? This might be atomics. Of course it's atomics. Do we have more atomics? Previously I marked some like ARM and x86 and stuff, because this was now all of MIPS and ARM and stuff. So my new thing is, it's anyway probably is needed or whatever. Yeah, whatever. So my new stuff is, instead of marking all the 32-bit graphics, like if pointer size is 4 bytes, then probably it needs atomic. It might overdo that for maybe some, but yeah, YOLO, I guess. I'm tired of marking each and every single thing of all of that stuff. So actually here we have bought some more there for whatever. What is the other there of? Is it? No, which atomic that is, oh wait, no, that was, what is that even? Ah, right, that is new cargo stuff. Rust and cargo stuff. I need to commit that too. That was the other Rust. Was it Clang, wasn't it? Did we had LLVM already? Because I don't need that. Then Clang it is. Even, hey, you see that quirked or... Probably most need them, so there that goes. Yeah, it's getting, I mean, the fan, you know what, the fan could actually be already 100%. What temperature do we have there? Also, this built-in microcontroller scaling is super stupid. It does only whole integer, no fraction scaling. This is really rich, so it will only jump like 200, like it will not scale gradually. How these PC vendors get away with building, also like not major YouTubers calling that out. Probably I should make a dedicated video just on, yeah, share, like, and subscribe. I basically need more share, like, and subscribes and Patreon and stuff to make more proper videos. And it's like, yeah, probably you don't want to run this with a built-in microcontroller and always have like some smart on-host CPU running that. It's ridiculous. So yeah, basically we want 33 degree at at least with this fence, just to keep our horizon cooler. So yeah, we have all of this build still running, probably. Yeah, so this is a little bit annoying, but that's what it is. We have them still fully load 48, and that's why I stage this build in tempfs quirk, and now that is all upstream. Already you see 10% more, 10% less PVM. Mass flushing, working copy. I need to go though. Here, need to go, can commit this later. This stuff to clean up what was with util Linux. Util Linux with etc mtab by default for our newly improved installer. Edit RDE or just installer. I already know what. That is enough. So yeah, Rust and Cargo. That's a little bit rough though. So the reason I mean, usually I always want to test build it a little bit. I need that on the other systems though for building. I mean, I flushed most stuff. I should actually, you know what, let's flush the stone stuff and then go home and then heat the office overnight with clusters building T2 Linux. Yeah, there is comic mono and stuff. The thing is, this comic code has quite some attention to detail of not having any symmetry, allegedly also helping quick, like scanning over visibility or if you have vision impaired and stuff. And I wanted to support this. I want to earn some money, right? I appreciate Shellac subscribe, Patreon, YouTube membership, and I currently not only I donated to P3 hackers, whopping 100, I think, euro. I also ordered Eston 1-bit square FPGA based Glasgow Interface Explorer. I hope that arrives in December for probably 200 with the case. Was it probably 200 and a little dollar and stuff? So yeah, giving back to the community, right? And countless of other things I lose overview of. And I appreciate the attention to detail that the designer put into comic code. Initially, I brought it only for one. I wanted to make fun of comic code, but I then liked it, and the crazy stuff. So many people. It started as a joke, and then I liked it myself. And like the #1 question on this freaking More Life channel: what freaking terminal code? I probably should ask him for the designers for commission stuff. But anyway, yeah, it's a commercial font, but font designers also want to earn. We don't get amazing font design with only open and free fonts. Anyway, little bit. But yeah, there is Patreon and GitHub sponsorship and YouTube super thanks and chats and stuff. So yeah, load 51 if Intel and AMD see that and wanna sponsor some real epic thread ripping and multi-socket server stuff. Be my guest, let's do that. So what do we have here? We have fstab, some cleanups of this. Cleanups I commit together, so it's mostly fstab, although it is also somewhere, it is probably, or is it, it's actually nearly only, wait, is that here a echo temp? Oh no, this is a space typo, just a little bit style cleanup that somehow this missed. I actually mass substituted that stuff, but somehow not sure why we didn't mass substitute that though, but maybe I didn't do SH, maybe I did only cons and stuff. Just a little bit more consistent style that I and probably most professional people appreciate. So we have here, I don't need to commit that together. So maybe we revert that two changes and the rest is FS tab, I guess. So that would be, so that is FS tab and cleanups. Any debug code, any... So what that is getting rid of this copy, right? My point was, why have a copy of the stuff in there when we have it in our file system hierarchy standard, this files package. It's installed already, so yeah, cleaning that up. Clean up and modernizing stuff, always a nice thing to do. So, that probably should be fine. Oops. Ah, this is also wrong. And then that is just changing that, so that is accept style of like options first, just for consistency's sake. That is, so that was a reset, right? Something of that sort, and then last but not least, that was mount, or that probably should be tested, right? Fixed. Super silly. In Linux kernel bug, actually found that probably earlier today. Recurring theme here. Only constant is change regressions and bugs. It's probably mostly it, isn't it? Amazing shape. Actually, alright, Rust and Cargo. I'll probably do that tonight. Some more builds. So yeah, that's how you build. Actually, yeah. So this load of this Ryzen 7950X is already with all these embarrassingly parallel cross compilations so high. 63, it could already load a 60 thread Threadripper, right? Plus the threads, of course, not cores, so that SMT scheduling not as efficient as recores. But yeah, that's probably kind of fine. We can see how that build goes. I need a, what was the previous temperature? Does someone remember? Do we still have that here of, here, 33, so it is, hey, it is 0.6 degrees lower, amazing. So yeah, that's how you embarrassingly mass cross-compile all your Linux distribution to all your architectures from ARM to x86 over PowerPC, RISC-V, HPP, ARISC, Super H, you name it. I hope you enjoyed this and learned something. Of course, there are, if you're interested in this stuff, there are previously more visually pleasant looking things. Today I had some code also to do, which is still some mostly Rust. So yeah, this I need to clean up. This is a strange thing, needs this for HPP ARISC. But it might break with PowerPC. There's always one more thing, right? Share, like, and subscribe. I hope to see you soon for all this continued hacking and distribution development to come.